motherhood is anybody who's nurturing life. That is how I look at it. You can be a biological mother, you can bring up your siblings, anybody who's nurturing life is a mother. That is how I look at it.
For me, motherhood is actually a gift. There are many women who would actually want to become mothers, but due to various circumstances or due to personal choices, they aren't. And it's a beautiful thing because I've been able to experience it for about 3 years, and it's just a blessing.
It's a gift that's so special. I just marvel at how God looks at us and He knows as mothers that we can, we have what it takes. He knows that we are good enough to take care of children, to take care of everyone in this life. So it is a big privilege and an honor and a joy that God has given us to be moms.
For me, motherhood has been special because number one, it is a privilege to bring forth life. And number two, it brings out something that you never thought you could accommodate, or some strength. It makes the real you come out. You never thought that you can be patient. Children teach you how to be patient. You never thought that you can be a good listener. Children make you listen. So for me, it's special because it trains you and it brings out the best out of you.
As much as the work is there, it is a joy. And there's nothing as good as doing something that you love doing. So for me, I enjoy motherhood. Every season that I've had, whether they're small and between and even as they're growing, it is a joy to be a mom, to be there for them, to nurture. And I think God counts on us to just be there for our children and for every child that you can be able to nurture.
Motherhood is special because I get to experience raising 2 beautiful girls, and hopefully I'll be able to raise them with the help of God and the people around me to people who are going to contribute to the well-being of everyone around them when they grow up.
I think it's the joy of seeing them happy, fulfilled. When you've cooked, when you've cleaned the house, and you get to see the children come in, enjoying everything that you've done. Maybe it's a meal that you've prepared, and you just get to see the results there. They not only eat, but they also enjoy the conversations at the table, their appreciation for what you do. And even as they grow, they get to learn that you sacrifice everything that you get to do for them. So for me, it's the sacrifices that I make and getting to see the reward. Sometimes they are immediately, sometimes they might take much longer, like when they are a bit bigger, when they are in their teens or a bit bigger, and you get to your mom, thank you for waking us up to prepare, to prepare us as we're going to school, or prepare us as we're going to do an exam. They get to say thank you, they give you a hug. Those are the little moments that I really treasure.
I thought that when you give birth, there are those things that you watch in a movie, that husbands will be coming and washing the baby and I don't know doing what.
I expected motherhood to be not as easy as people had put it to be, because most people usually think motherhood is all flowers and roses and daisies, but in real sense, motherhood is actually stuff of nightmares, because you get to experience things that you didn't expect, and with each child, it's usually a very different experience.
The first experience with my teenagers, I think I did so much. I was so keen on almost everything, which I came to realize I didn't have to, like maybe some feeding, and then maybe he would burp and then maybe remove it. I would think he's sick. So I was overcautious, I was over careful, and sometimes you get to realize it's just the system getting to adjust. So you get to learn so much about motherhood in the process as you're taking care of the children. But I think largely you just have to experience it
it's good to have expectation, but reasonable expectation. I think mine were not reasonable. Well, to other people it's normal to give birth. To others is a big thing. So there are those who will come and help you, cook for you. Then one day you're left alone, right? And yeah, you start wondering, kwani sinanga marafiki, people don't care. They moved on with your life, with their lives. So yeah, and it wasn't true.
You get to experience each child with different capabilities and different challenges, and you just go along the way life brings it, and God just gives you the grace to actually do it. So yeah.
Yes, I've learned so many lessons. Number one, I've learned that children are different. I'm a mother of two. There's a way I would handle Amanda. There's also the same way, it's not the same way I would handle Wema, because Amanda's personality and Wema's personality are totally different. So what I've learned is to separate issues here and to understand Amanda in her own world and to understand Wema in her own world.
Just like everything else, it comes with the good and the bad. There are times when motherhood is easy, and there are times when it's not as easy. Easy in terms of the children are growing, everything is running smoothly. You've brought a child to the world, and so the baby, adjusts the feeding, the waking up, making sure that she's taken care of, maybe in terms of changing. And so the baby grows, going through the jabs, getting to see the child progress every day and grow.
As a mom, the number one lesson I've learned is that every mother's journey is different. So you have to pick every advice you get from other moms with a pinch of salt, because not everything that works for other moms will work for you. Everyone's journey is different, and you need to, since you're the one who spends the most time with your child, you're the one who actually knows what your child needs and what your child wants. So you're in a better place to actually assist your child, to steer your child in the right direction, and to be able to prove any other mom shamer wrong and be able to just do you as a mom.
I've also learned, don't compare children with your neighbors or your other relatives or their cousins. Allow them to be them, because you don't know what manual other people are using to bring up their children, and you have yours to do. So what I've learned is that separate issues. Just make sure that you have to be a good listener to your children, spend time with your children, and I've also learned that they are different.
But there are also moments when it is not easy, when they fall sick, for example, and so that is when you have to go to hospital, you have to bring in more help if you can, so that you're able to give as much attention to the child as you can. So there are times when I've had easy ones, and I've also had an experience where I've lost one of the children, and that wasn't easy. We had to stay in the hospital, go through the whole experience of mourning, and yet you get to see God come through for you and give you many other children.
As a mother, I've also learned you have to be patient with your children. You have to be prayerful. You're the first commander of their destiny. You're their first teacher, and you're their first pastor. So however, and I've also learned what to speak to your children. They really don't listen, but they listen to how you behave.
I think I would change, being over careful. It was a good thing, but again, I think I really stressed myself. I hardly slept, I hardly ate. If one of my children maybe was reacting to something that, maybe it was just a normal reaction, maybe overfeeding, and so he starts removing it or vomiting, and I would really be so careful, and I'm on the run to the hospital, and so terrified about what could be going on, only to be told that maybe it is a reaction to something that we ate.
Yeah, I think for me, spend more time with them and learn more. And even on that part, even on that part of learning, I've also learned, allow them to bring the child in you. Sometimes I would be engaged in games I don't even understand, like Cheza Cha Mama. I'm the one being cooked for. So also learn, I've also accepted that I'm giving them room to remove the child in me.
It's good to be cautious and careful, but I think sometimes, looking back, I think as moms, we can be overly protective.
If I were to go back in time, I don't think I would change anything, because all the experiences I went through actually gave me a lesson, and I learned a lot from all those experiences. So if I were to turn back time, I wouldn't change anything at all.
You look at someone's child and see them as your own. You look at someone's sister, someone's uncle, someone's grandparent. It enhances every relationship in terms of you want to be kinder, you want to be more patient, you want to be more sensitive, because we are all children at the end of the day. And so whether big or small, everyone needs someone that they can be close to. We all need love, we all need the attention that we all give to our children.
Motherhood has influenced how I relate with people, because it has taught me to be patient with people, number one. Number two, it has taught me to stop being judgmental to people, because you have to understand where that child is coming from for you to make a decision for that child. So the same way, you have to understand where somebody is coming from for you to make a judgment of that person.
Be very, very intentional in everything you do as a mom. As young as you may be, yes, we get our children from different ages. Be intentional to nurture your child. God is holding you accountable to take care of your child, to take care of the gift that He has given you. Be as hands-on, be as committed as God wants you to be. And I can tell you, it is so fulfilling.
Know your child. Depending on what advice you get from other people, know your child. Pick every advice, like I said, with a pinch of salt, and do your own research. And what works for you will not work for other moms, and what works for other moms will not work for you.
I can tell young mothers also, reach out, get to learn as much from, our older moms. In case there is something that you're worried about, in case you need to be clarified something for, get to ask as much as you can. And also the Word of God, it gets to show us how to do this thing. We cannot do it on our own. It takes the hand of God. But I can tell you, God gives you women that will support you, that will stand with you. And so I've been fortunate enough to have moms.
Hello, this is the Ngojiri family. Receive our greetings. We thank God for mothers, and we just want to remember the love and the care that you've shown us all through our lives.
Apart from the love, we want to appreciate you for the sacrifices, the many things you've had to give up, the comforts you've had to give up for us. We appreciate you, and we want to wish you a very, very happy and blessed Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy, to all the mommies. Happy Mother's Day.
There is no role in life that is essential than that of a mother. To our mothers and our sisters who are mothers, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Good morning. Today we celebrate a special day. A special day for a special people who we term and we call mothers. It's a day where we reflect and celebrate our mothers because of their voices. We are the people who we are because of the prayers they have prayed and the tears they have shed in their closets, saying, God, I wish for my son and my daughter that they will follow your ways. Therefore, this day, I want to celebrate each and every mother, that you are special. And we are here to celebrate you with the love of God, saying, God, we appreciate each and every mother. May God bless you and keep you. And may His face shine upon each and every mother who is seeing this today. From me, your son, Kelvin Masharia. Happy Mother's Day.